Now, normally I'm one of the first people to call things out when it's being overhyped, but in this case, nah, I'm just not going to do that because the fans are 100% right. Conquest is one of the best Invincible villains so far. So far we've got idiots like Powerplex, right? We already know his situation. The guy is a literal moron, right? He wasn't willing to listen to reason, even though he was working at the GDA and had all of that information to confirm that Invincible wasn't the person that slaughtered all of those people, right? He just ignored all of that and decided to use his grief and anger to straight up blame Invincible, which eventually ended up roasting his own family. Then we got idiots like Angstrom Levy here, right? Like, this guy is such a clown, bro. The fact that he's willing to work with the other versions of Invincible who did more actual damage to him than the real one is insane to me. That's like the craziest levels of cope I have ever seen, man. It's just insane. So when I see people saying things like Conquest is one of the best villains, I gotta admit they're right, because all he wants to do is box. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about the Viltrum Empire and all of this nonsense. He doesn't care about that. He's just there to do villainous things. Now, in my opinion, I really wish he did take out one or two of the main cast. That would have made his impact way much, like, so much greater. Yeah, sure, he blew Eve's back out, right? Pause. Yeah. But Mark allowed that shit to happen, okay? That's on him. But did he actually, take out anyone significant to the plot? He did not. He did almost end the lives of Oliver and Eve and Mark as well, but he really didn't finish the job. I was hoping he did kill Oliver, because if Oliver died, it would have solidified him as the threat he was hyped up to be, but instead we just got him alive in a basement now. Doesn't mean I hate the character, doesn't mean I think the writing is bad or anything like that. I just think I just wish it was more impactful, I wish it was more jarring, you know what I mean? But anyway, right, I want to say this. I really hope moving forward we get more villains like Conquest. No more of this nonsensical, delusional type garbage that we've been getting from these clowns so far. There's people who I see defend Powerplex and Angstrom Levy. Hell, I even see people defending Multipaul, and I'm like, bro, what show are you all watching? Are you literally watching the show with your eyes closed? Like, how can you defend these characters? Yes, I understand some of their situations. There's, context to it, and you can, be a bit more understanding with their gripes about Invincible, but at the same time, to go as far as defending them is just crazy to me. I've seen people say Angstrom Levy is one of the best villains in the show, and I'm like, bro, what drugs are you taking? That is insane. Like, no, he's not. No, the fuck he ain't. Honestly, I found that him coming back was kind of bullshit. I found that him, that when he officially died, I really wanted that to just be the end of that character, because he was so annoying. But instead, we had, the whole Invincible War stuff, and again, I think that was rushed. I've said this in previous videos. I think the Invincible War was rushed a little bit, and they could have definitely done so much more with it, but we just didn't, we just didn't get as much as we thought we were going to, like I found there was way too many off-screen deaths and all of this stuff. I think Amazon needs to stop being a cheap bitch and start actually putting money towards the show so they can give it the runtime that it needs, so it can properly deliver the action-packed, hyped entertainment that we know it can deliver, so yeah. Anyway, right, that's basically the point of the video that I want to make, right? Like, I think We need more of this. We need more of Conquest. Conquest being just the absolute monster that he was. That's what we need. We need more of this dude just literally being there for violence. That's all he cares about. He's not here to have conversations. He's not here to win anyone over. He's literally here just to fuck shit up. You know, that's the type of stuff I like to see. But again, I hate the fact that they made him out to be so much more powerful than Omni Man, but when he shows up, all he does is levels the city. You know, yeah, you know, leveling the city is crazy work, I know, but we don't care about, you know, the NPCs in that show. Like, those people don't really mean much to us, you know what I mean? Like, I think when a villain is hyped up and then they finally show up, they should 100%, you know, how can I say this? Live up to their name, live up to the threat, you know what I mean? So it was a bit disappointing not seeing him go all the way and rip Oliver in half. It was disappointing seeing Eve get her back blown out, and then, you know, her magic auto respawn fucking abilities just fixed her right up, you know what I mean? Like, I think they're also going to abuse that in the future, because now she has built-in plot armor. Now Eve pretty much can't die. I don't think Eve can die anymore, you know. So I think, you know, I just think that's the direction they're gonna go with her character. And me personally, I don't like when characters have these auto hacks. You know what I mean? But anyway, like, the point I'm making is, I hope in the future we get more better villain-like villains, you know. None of this, you know, I'm misunderstood type nonsense, right? And yeah, so if you'll agree with my takes in this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you disagree, tell me why in the comments below. And if you are new here, feel free to let me know if you want to be a character in my comic. There's a comic that I'm working on. It's called Ascension. I don't have anything up right now, but you know, it's fine. So yeah, besides that, everybody else have a good rest of your day. Later.